Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another Vechain price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the Vechain chart, which has managed to break above a key area of resistance at around the $0.02436 mark. And at the time of this recording here on the 1 hour chart, we are also trading above the 20-day MA, meaning it's acting as support for us to continue pushing even higher. And before I get further into the technical analysis, make sure that you first give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership. And also allow me to start the video here on the 1 hour chart by first giving you a recap of what has been happening before I give you my next target areas to the upper side here on the Vechain chart, where you can see that Vechain, after making our lower low at around the $0.015 mark, we started a very nice bounce to the upside in a move that has been obeying the Elliot wave structures, where you can see that I had these as the first wave, then we saw a wave 2, a wave 3, then a wave 4, and then a wave 5, and that 5-wave structure to the upper side completed an even larger Elliot wave count 1 to the upside of this Elliot wave structure that I have right here in yellow. And after seeing the formation of that first wave, whatever we expected next is a retracement to the lower side in the formation of that wave 2. And after seeing the low for that second wave, whatever we expected next is a bounce to the upside in the formation of this wave 3. And by first sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3, using a trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, that gives me a minimum target area at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $0.03019 mark. And that is the minimum that I'm expecting Vechain to do in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 3, which is right here. And in the formation of that wave 3, which is an impulsive wave, we also expect to see a 5-wave structure in formation within that higher Elliot wave count 3. And I believe that is what is playing out over here, where you can see that I have these Elliot wave structure in red, having that as the first wave. Then we saw a corrective structure in the formation of that wave 2, and getting to see whether the second wave, which is right here, has done the minimum that we expect a wave 2 to the lower side to do by connecting the Fibonacci's from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1. That gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, and you can see we retraced back into that target area. And after seeing a retracement into that target area, we saw a reaction of the fib level 0.618 and started a very nice bounce to the upside in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 3. And in that move to the upside, we have also managed to break above a high at around the $0.02436 mark. And before I give you my target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3, which is a fractal wave within the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3, allow me to first give you scenarios that we can expect to play out, basing it on this key area of support at around the $0.02436 mark, where you can see after seeing the breakout above that key area of resistance, whatever we expect next is a retest of that key area of support. And I believe that is what is playing out at the moment. And once the retest is in and a success, then I will expect another bounce to the upside to also fully maximize our target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3. So that is what I'm expecting, basing it on this key area of support. But in case we lose that key area of support then, and maybe see a retest of that key area of support to the lower side, then there are chances of unlocking even lower prices. But for now, I'm not expecting such a scenario, because we are also holding above the 20-day MA, meaning we also have massive support to even get to that key area of support at around the $0.0245 mark. And sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 using a trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $0.02459 mark. And that is the minimum that I will expect that wave 3 to the upside to do. Then expect a wave 4, and then the wave 5 of this Elliot wave structure that I have right here in red to complete the formation of this wave 3 of this Elliot wave structure in yellow, and that is at around the $0.03 mark. So there are chances that very soon Vechain might be able to get back above the 0.03, and that is according to what I'm expecting here on the Vechain chart, on the short-term scenarios, and also taking a look at the indicators. Here on the RSI, we are trading at around the 60 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the upper side before we get into the overbought region in the formation of that wave 3. And also taking a look at the MACD. On the MACD, we have been able to print a bearish cross, and that supports a retest of that key area of support at around the $0.02436 mark before we can expect another bounce to the upside to fully maximize the formation of that wave 3. And to give you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, I'll be jumping here on the daily chart and also zoom out on the charts, where you can see that I have this Elliot structure in red, and that is because from these low prices that we have been trading within here on the Vechain chart, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, making it to an all-time high at around the $0.28 mark in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 1. And after seeing the high for that first wave, whatever we expected next is a corrective structure in the formation of this wave 2, which took us back to around the $0.015 mark in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 2. And after seeing the low for that second wave, whatever we expect next is a bounce to the upside in the formation of that wave 3, then expect a wave 4, and then push even higher in the formation of that wave 5. And in the formation of that wave 3, I have a target area back to around the $0.46 mark, and that is at the fib level 1.618 here using the trend based Fibonacci, and that is at the fib level 1.618 using the trend based Fibonacci. And that is what I'm expecting to play out on the long-term scenarios, and also using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the lows that we head down there to the all-time high. That also gives me a target area that we need to break above, that is the fib level 0.88, and that is at around the $0.03627 mark. So once we fully maximize the formation of that wave 3, I'll be expecting another bounce to the upside to fully manage to break above the fib level 0.88, and that is at around the $0.03627 mark, so that we can get back into the recovery phase and also continue unlocking higher prices in the formation of that wave 3. So that is what I'm expecting on the short term and also on the long term scenarios, and I'll be keeping you updated.